Okay, multiplying binomials by a binomial. This is where we want to spend not really some time, but just want you to understand the different concepts. We talked about in class 4 different methods, and we're going to use one example or one problem, and we're going to use these 4 methods to solve. So let's see, can we get through this video? First is distributive. So when we talk about distributive, we have x squared plus 2, and that's going to be multiplied, x plus 2, and that's going to be multiplied by x plus 6. So we will take our first, so we have x, clean that up, clean it up. Okay, so we have x plus 2, and we're going to distribute x plus 2 into x plus 6. Okay, so doing so, the first thing we want to do is we want to first distribute x into everything. So as you notice, I'm showing you here with this parentheses, and I'm going to multiply and distribute. So I want to first multiply x times x, right? And then I'm going to multiply, put my plus sign, x times 6, then another plus sign, and I'm going to multiply 2 times x and plus sign 2 times 6. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken each one of the terms and distribute them to the terms inside of the parentheses. I will come up with x squared plus 6x plus 2x plus 12. Now I have like terms that you can see, so we definitely need to make sure that we combine our like terms. So my like terms here are 6x and 2x. So combining my like terms, I will have x squared. 6 and 2 is 8, so that's a plus 8. Guys, notice I did not add anything at all dealing with my base x. I did not add anything at all, because when we are adding, we add like terms. We do not add the exponents, because x are like terms. We're just going to add the coefficient. In this case, 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 12, and that gives us our final answer. Really simple for distributive property. You guys, I definitely need you to get on that concept and make sure that we understand. Then we have this method that's called FOIL. FOIL is pretty simple, similar, may I say, to distributive property, and that's x plus 2. So let's go ahead and run through it. So we have x plus 2 2 times x plus 6, and when we talking about FOIL, we're talking about the first terms. So that would say, I'm just going to put a little chart here for you, F. So my first terms will be x times x, and then my outer terms would be my x times 6, and then my inner term will be 2 times x, and my last term will be 2 times 6. So as you see, really simple the way you do it. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time working on it. Just, I think it's a good deal to just go FOIL and then put your terms there, and then that's going to give me actually x squared, and this is going to be 6x, this is going to be 2x, and this is going to be 12. I think problems we've had in the past, we do the inverse. Here when we add, we'll try to add the exponents. Here when we multiply, when we're supposed to add the exponents, we'll leave the exponents alone. That's amazing. We need to fix that misconception. So that's going to give us x squared again, plus 6x plus 2x plus 12, and adding our like terms. And in this case, our like terms are 6 and 2, and we will come up with x plus 8x plus x squared plus 8x plus 12. Same answer that we got, and we shouldn't get a different answer. That should tell us something if we're going to get a different answer. So let's take a look at the third method, and the third method is the rectangular or box method, however you would like to use it. So let's go ahead and create a box. Okay, so here's our box. All right, now we'll go ahead and supply our box with what we're going to work with. Notice we'll have, let's see, actually put in too many. It's just a binomial. So maybe take care of one section of this box. Excellent. All right. So we have x plus 2 and x plus 6. Actually, we want to make sure that, go ahead and correct this for all sake and purposes of the sign of the number, actually. So we'll put our plus there. So again, rectangular box says you're going to multiply x times x, and people, this does not give us x, it's x1 plus 1, which is going to give us x squared. Then x times 2 will give us 2x. Now we'll come using the first box. 6 times x is 6x, and 6 times 2 is 12. Here's where we get confused using rectangle or the box method, is we just think that's going to be x, and when you multiply a variable times a variable, the exponent rule says you add the exponent. So x to the first times x to the first is x to the 1 plus 1, which is going to give us x squared. Don't get nervous, guys. Just remember and follow the rules. So now what we do have is adding these down. There's no like term with x squared. So x squared becomes x squared. You have 6x and 2x. This becomes 8x plus 8x. And there's no like term with 12. And that becomes plus 12. So again, 3 different methods so far, and we've gotten the same identical answer. So we should not ever using either method get totally different answers. Last method, vertical. That's just like if we are multiplying 126 times 111. It's the exact same thing. So we're going to set this up as x plus 2, and it's going to be times x plus 6. So here we are multiplying 126 here, we get 6, 2, and 1, and then when we start multiplying here, 6, 2, and 1, notice we put the next value when we are multiplying directly under the actual term that we are multiplying by. So here we have 6 times 2, that's going to give us a plus 12. 6 times x will give us a plus 6x. X times 2, that's going to come right here, guys. X times 2 will give us a plus 2x, and x times x will give us x to the 1 plus 1, or second power, and you add from either direction. Plus 12 plus 8x, and bring down your x squared. Just that simple. So we really need to just concentrate, focus on the rule, and we can easily use either one of these forms, whichever is easy to you, to multiply binomial times a binomial.